15 points, and off the bench, Layla Curry dropped 14. And Deasia Thomas also needs to be mentioned in that performance. She had 8 points, but 12 rebounds were a primary factor in helping the team get the win. Now, the Lions are clearly the hottest team in the Sooner Athletic Conference. This team continues to be overlooked, underappreciated, and many others sometimes say even disrespected in the national polls. Now, this team has not been ranked in the top 25 since December 17th. That team back then was ranked 11th at the end of November, and they're packing the #1 defense in the nation. Expect the Lions to stay motivated today. Now, the Lady Drovers from the University of Science and Arts are 17-6 overall, 12-5 in conference, riding a 2-game winning streak. They beat Central Christian on Thursday night, 76-66. Now, this is a solid team. They're one of the best teams offensively and defensively in the Sooner. They have 4 scorers that have averaged double-digit scoring. The Drovers are one of the few teams that has consistently played the Lions well, and they are one of the Lions' 2 losses they have this season. The Drovers are just as hungry as the Lions. They want to sweep in a highly anticipated and expect a high level and intense game this afternoon. I'm Maurice Prince. Welcome to Langston Lion Pregame. I'll be joined in just a moment with Jamin Dawson. Now, as we get ready for this game, you always want to take an opportunity to listen to the coach. You want to hear what the coach has to say and get his thoughts in regards to many things that are going on. Moments ago, I had a chance to talk to head coach Chris Vincent, and this is what he had to say. Game talking with Lions women's head basketball coach Chris Vincent. Coach, 12-game winning streak. Congratulations on it. What's been the biggest part of the success that has led a part of this streak?
I think part is the hunger that these players have every game, understanding how important it is to take every game with the same mindset. You had mentioned a 12-win game, and we're still only 1 game up in the conference, which is very similar to last year. I think we were like 21-2 going into our last game and still needed that last one. So every game is very, very important. So they're starting to understand that and realize it, especially the second time around now that we're seeing teams. But I also think they're becoming a lot more comfortable with each other. We've seen a lot of zone throughout the year now, so we're a little bit more comfortable in that. I've actually put some teams out of it, which has been good. And then obviously, facing some man, but they're just being a little bit more comfortable with each other. I would say that's the biggest thing, and just buying in right now to where we are.
Coach, you mentioned the standings, the way the national polls are looking. Your team is really operating right now on a game-by-game playoff mentality. Mm-hmm. Is that something that you are addressing with the team? Just take 1 game at a time and play our best game every game?
Yeah, clearly that's been the message, ever since I got here. But more so even, I look at these next 2 weeks, and, we play a lot of the top programs, in that first tier of the SAC. So essentially they're really like playoff games, for seeding purposes. But, we go on the road 2 times next week to Wayland and Ozarks. And, obviously today another national tournament team. On Thursday we played MacU national tournament team. We have Nelson coming up. For our senior night. Texas Wesleyan's never easy. So all these games coming up, too, are in preparation. So we are treating all these as postseason games. So that's a good thing. The only downfall is we feel like we're playing an NBA schedule right now with game day off, travel game. So, but I've tried to program them for that. And hopefully we can just take care of business.
The last time you took on this Drover team, it was a 6-point win in their favor. It was really a game that was grit and grind. Both teams had a good defensive intensity in this game, but it really came down to just free throws if you really look at the game. How has your team grown in terms of their ability to handle those pressure-sized situations and knock down and do just the little things, because that's what teams that win titles and go deep into the tournament do?
Yeah. It was a weird week when we had played them. We were a little decimated with injuries and had a lot of players step up in minutes and roles that they, hadn't played in a very, very long time. And, we did the best to, be able to get it to a 1-2 point game with 2 minutes to go. But we still did not play well that game, without excuses from an injury standpoint. We were out of character at times. Thought we turned the ball over. We were careless, and we really had to fight our way back. But that had been the first time that we really had seen, a deficit of 10 points, and I think that was a really good learning experience for them to move forward, to know that every man's got to step up. No matter who is out, you got to be ready to go at all times whenever your name is called. And I think that's been a lasting effect for some of them, and has pushed everybody else, for the remaining games that we've had since that point on.
Right, 2 games, in the world where your team was going through that transitional phase, and after that led to this winning streak. Coach, what makes the Drovers so challenging and exciting to play against? Because they are a team that has defensive intensity, pretty good in scoring overall. They have the ability to have 4 different players who gets into double digits, have the potential. It's an exciting challenge for your team, and you got a home crowd here. You're undefeated at home. This has got to be something that you're looking forward to.
Yeah, I talked to Jay earlier, and I told him the roster that he's put together individually is really good. Especially for his second year coming in. He got a chance to see the league last year, and he put together a really, really good roster. So what makes them difficult is player for player, they got a lot of options, from the front court and the back court. And, unfortunately, I don't wish this upon anybody, because our job is essentially based on performance. And, he's been having the injury bug a little bit. So I certainly feel for him, but he's doing a tremendous job with the group that he has right now. Obviously not as many bodies, but he's still, he's fighting. He's getting through that, to make a national, seed run. So that's what makes them dangerous, is even the players that they do have are very talented. They play significant minutes, but he does a good job of managing that, still having 30-plus minutes, not getting into foul trouble. So, they got a lot of threats. But, they're a winning program, and he's done a really good job.
Finally, Coach, I want to look at your roster, but I don't want to talk 1 through 5. I want to talk 5 through your 12th spot, because a lot of those players on your roster are now stepping up, giving you major minutes and contributing in major ways. And so it's becoming the mentality that you've had for a long time, that it's not about the players that start the game, it's about the players who are playing their best at the end of your games.
Yeah.
And players like Thomas, you had, Tucker has already been inserted in the starting lineup, but, you already had Jones, Jefferson, and Hunter already contributing, but now the roster after that, the Layla Currys, they are starting to really look really good.
Yeah. It's good to see the players that we envisioned getting comfortable now at this point of the year. That's really where you want them to get to their peak. But they needed to get a lot of game reps. I mentioned this last week. There's a huge difference between game live reps, practice reps, and then game reps. To build that familiarity with one another in an environment that's a tense, people there, game on the line, and that's starting to grow, I think, with a lot of these players. And yeah, you had mentioned we've started 12 different players this year, which gives us a nice ability to change things depending on the opponent, depending on who has a really good week of practice. Is somebody really hot in a good stretch? We could keep them in for a while, and everybody's really earning their minutes that they get. So that keeps them on their toes too. If you're able to perform and show us that, hey, I've had a really good week, you're going to earn some minutes. And if you have some really good stints throughout the game, well, we'll keep you in there until you need a breath. But it's good to have, a variety of different players at, both the front court and the back court.
That, of course, is Coach Chris Vincent talking to me in pregame there a little bit, Jamin. He had a mouthful. What a tremendous interview with Coach Vincent. Very candid, very honest about a lot of things. If you had to choose 1 or 2 things, if you had to choose something out of that he said that stuck out to you, what would it be?
I'm going to say 2 things. Number 1 is going to be the game reps he spoke about. He started 12 different players throughout the season, so that's something that keeps the players on their toes, but at the same time gives them a level of intensity to be able to step up and just be prepared. But in that first matchup, when they played USAO, that was almost 2 months ago. They had 18 turnovers in the game, and he mentioned the free throws, 38%. That was just very tough to overcome and win the game. But you got more players getting more game reps, and they've been on a win streak since then. USAO is the last loss they had, and he mentioned how this team is undefeated here at CF Gale, so they have a great opportunity.
Well, I got to give Mac you because they got him the next game. So, again, after that 2, that led this all the way through the 12. So, I mean, it's one of those type of things where you've seen this team building. You've seen this team turn around and make some major strides, and it's not even the same team that it once was, and it just feels like this team is getting better. Then you have the nerve to start getting offensive production from a lot of this, from this defensive mentality team. You know, this team is number 1 on the defensive rating charts on so many metrics out there about their ability to suffocate. That is their true identity. But you have the ability to get loose offensively, then all of a sudden you have a team that's flying, I hate to say it, under the radar. I will have, you know, as they always say, do you have a rant? Yeah, I got one of them, not necessarily Stephen A. rants. I'm not going to go there. I don't have a Colin Cowherd rant, but I do have a story to tell in regards to a couple of things. So when we start talking about the national ranking, before we talk a little bit about this Drover team some more, is that you got to go back. 11-28 in the national polls, Langston, the Lady Lions, were ranked 11, 6-0. Then you're talking about they had the 2 losses, and by the time the next poll comes out, because remember it's kind of a bi-weekly poll, if you will, by 12-17, they had dropped 8 spots, and moved down to 19, which made sense. You had lost to USAO, and you had lost to MACU. Everybody's familiar on how polls work. But the next phase of that is the next poll does not come out until January 14th. So you're talking about a month. Now, again, that's that 2-week in the NAIA, that cushion week that there are no games going on, so not a lot of action. But before that, and up until the 14th, Langston had won 7 straight games. And after winning 7 straight games, then they were dropped from the top 25. I mean, that's a fact. That's the absolute fact of what it was. Dropped from the top 25, which made no sense. Then you turn around from there on January 28th. You're still talking about no top 25 position. There's still no movement in the polls, and now they had won 4 more games, and the streak's up to 11 games. Jamin, help me make sense. Make it make sense. You're winning all these games, but you're not getting any movement from there. Then, of course, you're talking about the next poll that's due out this coming Tuesday, which will be, of course, February 11th. Now, if Langston should find a way to beat the Drovers today, which is one of the higher-ranked teams in the SAC conference, you're talking about a possibility of a 13-game winning streak on the line by that time. So you're talking about, you know, how this is all playing out, and you don't really understand it. I don't understand it, and I just really think it is a Sooner Athletic Conference bias. Let's just be honest. It's a Sooner Athletic Conference bias that has led to this, and that affects USAO, that affects Nelson College, that affects Langston. It's not just Langston. This is not just a Langston rant. This is a rant about the Sooner Athletic Conference because they're the ones that are getting slighted. Who's benefiting? The northern teams and the Mid-South teams are. The teams coming up from the up north, they're getting more raters or more voters, and it's showing it very heavily biased in the coaches poll right now. Thank heavens it's not the only factor that will determine which teams get there, Jamin, but for me, that's very disappointing. You know, we can throw out style of play, we can throw out all those other things, but it is a conference bias. But this is a conference that has had national championships come out of it, the Sooner Athletic Conference. This is a team that put 3 in the tournament last year. Langston is one of those teams. 2 of those teams, the other 2 went to the Sweet 16. So for the conference to have the national polls to have a bias is just flat out wrong to me. And again, I'm not doing this just because Langston is here. I'm doing this because it affects so many other teams that are in this conference.
Especially when you listen to the interview, Chris Vincent talked about Coach Jai, the improvements he's made. He's in his 2nd season. The first season, they were ranked 9th offensively in the conference, 5th defensively. They stepped that up completely. They're number 2 in the conference in offense and 5th defensively. So it's not just Langston, but it's USAO and the other teams that just have to get over that hump. But ball never lies, Mo. So they have a little bit more basketball to play and some things to prove that might give them their just due.
Well, here's the fact. I can't speak for USAO in this, but I can speak to the case quite plainly when it comes to Langston's perspective. The last 2 weeks of the season, they're playing all the top teams in the conference. All those teams will give them a strength of schedule that'll right. If you go ahead and win those games, you're going to continue to rise. but somehow, some way, they got to find a way to get you in the top 25. To me, that matters, and that is a big factor. Again, you want to have every team aspires to be on the field of 64. Everybody does. 32 teams coming out of that down to Sweet 16, Elite 8, Final Four. We love it, but you want a fair shot at the apple. You don't want a lot of the bias. That's why we've seen all the changes. That's why we got the college football playoff, so to speak. That's why we're supposed to have all these things. I just need the NAIA to make some advancements and make some changes prior to what the other levels are doing. So in other words, so the institutions don't have to get together and the conferences got to get together to make a change at the NAIA level. Because again, if college sports is in a mess because they would not take care of it, that's why everything in the dish ran away with the spoon. It'll happen in the NAIA level unless proper leadership gets ahead of this storm. And it starts off by continuing to make the sport and balance it and make it a pure sport the way it needs to be.
I mean, that's a great call to action, Mo. I can't say anything more.
Okay,
On top of that, he
fine.
stepped off the soapbox. I hope they're listening.
Okay, that's all it is. Now, we start talking about this Drover team. We talked about it. This is a team that plays Langston very well. First of all, 5-5 in their last 10 games. You know, the last time there was a season sweep in this series, Langston had it in 2025. And before that, you're talking about the last time it was a sweep in the series, USAO did it in 2022. So now you're talking about them with an opportunity to do it this year with a ranked team. They took care of business at home. Now they're coming to CF Gales to see if they can pull that off this afternoon. And they've got a true team with 4 scorers that average double-digit scoring, and they have proven that they can give you your medicine in many different ways. If you got a cough, they got something for that. You got sniffles, they got something for that. You got a headache, they got something for that. If you have a scratch, they have something for that. This is those teams that you can find all the resources. So we're going to go ahead and turn it over to the public address announcer, and we'll get the starting lineups and hear for the teams at this time.
Followed by the Black National Anthem. Please join us in showing respect and appreciation for this special performance.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I think we're about time for the starting lineups. And then real quick, while we have this moment, let's pause for 10 seconds for station identification.
Every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the
Perry Broadcasting Station.
harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Shira Thibodeau. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your starting lineup for the visiting USAO Drovers. Number 10, Evangelia Davlaku. Number 11, Maya Brown. Number 21, Jordan Rollins. Number 24, Nayapar Mato. Number 30, Shania Felton. And now, give it up for your Langston University Lady Lions! At guard, number 3, Alyssa Palmer. At guard, number 4, Natalia Jones. At center, number 10, Amaris Timmons. Number 12, a sophomore, Janiyah Tucker. Number 15, Ariana Hunter.
Want to thank the PA announcer for the starting lineup announcements for the Langston Lions, confirming it. Of course, it's going to be Alyssa Palmer, the grad, of course, the senior, then the junior, Nat Jones, then the number 10, the junior, Amaris Timmons, number 12, the sophomore, Janiyah Tucker, and then number 15, Ariana Tucker. Those are your starters for the Langston Lions. And for the Drovers, we have number 10, and that, of course, that's Evangelia Davlaku. All right, we can go by E, so we'll go by Davlaku. Is that who that is? Then we have number 11, Maya Brown. Then we have number 21, Jordan Rollins. Number 24, Napier Mathrot. And then we have number 30, Shania Felton are your starters this afternoon. So those are your official starters for today. And we're set to get playing this afternoon. Basketball from the Sooner Athletic Conference. Great basketball. Get ready. Glad that you're with us this afternoon. I am Maurice Prince, Jamin Dawson on the call, and we're set to go Langston Lion basketball. Timmons back tips it in the hands of Palmer. Palmer had a great game. She is very smooth in her game. If she finds the way to get her team started, it always works out well. And Janiyah Tucker, the sophomore, fires up a shot. No good. Rebound that time by Mathot. Shot from the right wing, a three-pointer falls going right away from Shania Felton. She knocks down a three from the right wing, and they're up on top 3-0. This is a team that will not be intimidated, Jamin, by what the Langston Lady Lions bring to the table.
Yeah, whatsoever. Looks like they're in that zone, but Shania Felton, she's the number 16 scorer in the conference. She can light you up from three.
And a turnover. They get the ball away from Hunter on that one. Driving to the basket, can't get it to fall. Nice rebound on the other end. Lions are going to push it. And that was not Hunter with the ball the last time. I'm correct on that. That was Tucker that they took the ball away. But Tucker never gave up on the play, created and opened up space, played great defense, was able to get the rebound. Now Hunter's going to throw it back in. Tucker's going to reset. Lions down 3-0, 9:05 to go in the first quarter. Ball in the left wing. Lions looking for some momentum. Ball's going to be deflected again. Man-to-man defense being played by the Drovers. This Drover team is not intimidated. They play man-to-man defense, and they are willing to get in the face of the Lions. We're going to see how they have to elevate their game today.
Right, they really have great length, got a lot of size on the court. Shania Felton leading the way on the defense. She's already got one steal and almost two.
Chris Vincent making early substitutions, so he's going to Danae Crosby right now. He's also taking out Alyssa Palmer right now, and then going right to work right now, because I guess there is definitely some communication because the team is not on the same page, so he's taking out almost the entire starting unit. Ball in the hands of Crosby. Going to go with a different look here. Layla Curry's now in the game as well. Ball to the wing. Ball deflected. And once again, the Drovers are switching between man-to-man. Now they went to a 2-3 zone on this possession. They are really trying to keep the Lions off balance. Kick it to the corner. And shot is off right before the shot clock violation, but the Lions are able to get the rebound. Inside, Layla Curry step inside and gets the deuce. Kiss off the glass. Lions on the board 2-3 right now.
Right, that doesn't happen if Jamari Harris doesn't get the ball. It's a nice job getting the offensive rebound.
Now the Lions stepping into man-to-man defense right now. 8:21 to go. Lions looking for some intensity on the defensive end. Chris Vincent wants it from his team and is going to get it from whatever unit or whatever players are on the floor. Short corner jump shot. Nice rainbow jump shot is true that time by E. Devlaku knocks it down. She's the team leading scorer. She averages about 15 points per contest, and she likes off-balance shots. She likes shots off 1 foot. She'll do all types of different things to get the shot off. Shot no good that time on Curry. Reset. Ball back in the hands of Curry. She backs up. Curry into the lane. Kicks it back out. Up fake. Step into. Jump shot. No good that time by Thomas. Going to throw it ahead. Down the other end, and Thomas comes away with the block. Good hustle. Thomas pushed and got back on the defensive side of the ball. Flies out of nowhere and knocks and blocks that shot there by Felton.
That was Devlaku there on the rebound, trying to push it up court to Felton. That was a nice job tipping that ball away.
Ball at the top, working it around. Ball in the paint. And the Lions and the Drovers are tied up. It will be Drover basketball. But again, the Lion defense is now starting to step up a little bit of intensity. Coach Vincent did not like it and made an immediate substitution. Barely 3 minutes into the game, wanted his entire starting lineup replaced and brought in a unit that he felt was going to come in ready to play. And the Lions are putting in some skin in the game right now, diving over every loose ball, every loose pass, Jamin, trying to find an angle, trying to find a way to go ahead and carve into this lead.
Right, because this Lions team, they have a defensive identity, but USAL can play just the same type of style on defense, so you can't really let them get a lead. As you mentioned, Chris Vincent has already made some mismatches to this lineup.
All right, going back to work. Back to live action. Ball right here, right in front of the Langston bench. They inbound it. Now ball in the hands now of Maya Brown. Brown tries to get a screen. Ball's knocked loose, and they're going to say she lost it. Let's see here.
That's nice help defense there by Danae Crosby.
Coach Nehru's not going to use a challenge there, and I wouldn't either. It's too early in the game. Foul situation, 1 foul called against the Lions right now. Across the timeline now goes Crosby. Crosby on the right wing. Gets a screen. Looks. Dives down. Loses it. Stripped. Shania Felton comes away with it. Gets it up to Devlaku, and Devlaku puts 2 on the board. And right now off to a 5-point lead right now. 7-2, 6:48 to go in the first quarter.
And the Drovers, they can score in many fashions. The last time when they beat Langston, they outscored them in fast break points. You see a taste of it right there.
Ball on the left wing. Down to Thomas. Swing. Short on the shot, but Curry gets the rebound. Finds the loose change and makes $1 out of it.
Nice job by Curry cleaning up the glass there and getting the putback.
4-7 right now. Lions down by 3. 6:17 to go. Lions remain in man-to-man defense. Switching. Willing to switch. Now they want to try and get down low. Layla Curry makes sure that doesn't happen. High pass over the top. Devlaku cannot handle it. It will be Langston ball.
And that's the ball pressure you like to see from the Lady Lions. Only down 3.
Coach Nehru is not happy with that last possession. I mean, that was a moon ball pass. Looked like something Russell Wilson would throw. Trying to get it on the other side of the court on a skip pass. Wasn't able to get that one that time. Up fake. Just going to go ahead and shoot it. Shot no good that time. Rebound pulled down by Rollins. Harris trying to stay on top of Maya Brown. Brown gets it to the top, to the left wing. Shot from the left wing, bank shot, open on a Saturday. Shania Felton with her second three-point shot. She's got 6 in the game so far.
All right, and she's going to take advantage of every mistake there. Danae Crosby just lost her footing, and she pops up for 3.
Working the ball around. Ball up top now to Thomas, to the right, to Harris. Harris backs it up, swings it to Curry. Working the ball around. Dejanay Harden now has it. Back in the hands of Thomas. Thomas almost loses it. Curry step back 3 from the corner, and she drains it as the shot clock expires. Give her all 3 of those. Timeout has been called on the floor, but the Lions crawl a little bit closer. 7-10 is the score right now. Going to verify what kind of timeout we've got on the floor right now, but it's been a tremendous one right now, and the discussion's going on. Timeout's been called here. So it looks like it is a 30-second timeout that's going to be called on the floor. We'll stay right here. So far, Felton came in, knocked down an open 3. And the tone was set immediately, Jamin, from that moment, because since the game started, the Drovers have made the Lions react to play the game they wanted them to play. I said it before in pregame that the Drovers team is versatile offensively. They have the ability to have somebody who can create their own shot. That's Devlaku. Then you have a shooter who is also good in the post and can get to the outside as Felton. Then you have different players that can do different things. That's just 2 simple examples of what they bring to the table. But the momentum changed as soon as Chris Vincent changed the lineup. The first group just came in a little lethargic today, I felt. They came in, were not sharp with the passes. They were not come out looking at the offense, and there's a lot of standing around. Chris Vincent immediately had to make a change, and now he goes right back and starts returning some of the starters back in the game. So now we've got Tucker returning the game along with Ariana Hunter, and Palmer is also back in the game. Alyssa Palmer's back in the game along with Curry and Thomas. They're your starters back. You survived the storm and did a tremendous job.
Right, because you can't get down on this Drovers team too much. Even at half and start of the fourth quarter in the last game, USAO's their lead really just took over, and it was something that the Lady Lions couldn't recover from.
All right, going to work now. Devlaku has to go down and get it. Ariana Hunter covering. Ball on the left wing now. Tucker smothering to the outside in man-to-man defense. The intensity of the Lions is definitely picked up, and now they're going to throw the ball away. And again, Thomas hollering at the bench because that was all made because of the extra effort she went and created. What a good job by the Langston defense trying to change the way this game is being played. Here comes Hunter. Hunter on the right wing. Goes to the corner, throws it back up top. Tucker lines up a 3 from the left wing. She couldn't get it. Hunter backs up and resets. Ball back in the hands of Tucker. Tucker thought about it. Throws it back up top. Backwards pass. Stolen that time by Felton. Felton to the basket again. And Felton now with 8 points in the first. Felton has telegraphed every move Tucker wanted to make to this point. Tucker's going to have to fake it a little bit.
Right, because you talked about the intentionality with the starters. You have to be intentional with every single pass. They're running a 2-3 zone, and they switched very well on that. Felton took a nice angle.
Tucker responds on that offensive end with a lot more aggressive play on this one. Takes it to the hole, is fouled. It will be a foul on the floor. So we're going to do a substitution. Number 11 comes out of the game. That's Maya Brown, and returning to the game, well, coming to the game will be a Tialone Banks. Will be in there. Tilani Banks, let me get that right. Now back to work inside. Driving inside and scoring goes Tucker. Tucker doing a great job this time, creating her own shot and getting inside. All right, moving the ball around. DeVlaku dribbling to the baseline, pass to the corner. Felton, wide open three-point shot. Great ball rotation on that possession. Jordan Rollins knocks it down from the right wing, and that lead continues to maintain itself. It's up to 6 again against the Lions.
You really want to watch Jordan Rollins. She's shooting 38% from 3. You give her a sliver of space, she's bound to knock it down.
Tucker says, I got something for you. Tucker with the reply. She's got a quick 5 points and a burst. It's now 15-12. The lead cut back down to 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. Langston trying to carve their way back into this game.
Staying in man defense.
Trying to get the pass inside. Thomas, aggressive. Thomas, great defense, better offense on that play by Napier Mathot.
Yeah, that's nice footwork there from Mathot, getting to her second attempt on the shot.
All right, coming across the timeline now. Ball in the hands of Hunter. Lions down 5, 2.5 to go. Inside, Palmer swings it. Tucker from the left wing. Tucker, side back rims that one, shot no good. DeVlaku has it, throws it up to Felton, beating the Lions down the floor, turning and firing. Another basket by Felton. She's got double digits in the first. Felton.
Yeah, Felton's really been hyperactive as she's leading the way here with a 7-point lead by USAO.
19-12, 2:04 to go. Ball on the right wing. Hunter bumped by Felton. Bounce pass over to Palmer. Lions have been getting some decent looks, have not been able to get the shots to fall. Turn and fire. What a nice turnaround J by Thomas. Cutting the lead back down to 5 again, 1:43 to go. Gonna swing it. Ball inside. Ball gonna be stolen. Hunter found it. Goes to the basket and will shoot 2. Nice job with the steal by Hunter.
Yep, Hunter very deceptive in the passing lane there.
She looked at it, read it as like a cornerback is going to jump in front of Drake May tomorrow, and going to get a pick 6. That's what's going to happen. And but
I sense some hostility.
Do you sense that? Do you sense that? I'm not going there. But Hunter to the free throw line, going to shoot 2. She created that by intercepting that pass or getting in the lane of it. Nice turnover there. Hunter now on the board with her first points of the game. Langston right now, Layla Curry is the high flyer off the bench with 7 points. Second shot by Hunter's no good, and this one goes off Felton. It will be Lion basketball.
All right, we talked about Felton being hyperactive on the court. She's trying to go for that loose ball, and that turns in the Lions' favor.
Hunter to throw it in. Gets it into Palmer. Alyssa up fakes. Drives down the lane. What a beautiful pass inside, drawing a contact. Was that the nutmeg pass? Did that pass go between the legs? I mean, that was so smooth. Palmer put it on a string on a beautiful bounce pass, allowing, that in this case, Amaris Timmons to get the ball with an easy shot. She's fouled. Now see if she can cash the check at the free throw line.
All right, she made that look easy, working her way into the paint, drawing another defender to get an easier shot there. Side
rim, no good on that free throw. That's something that if you are a Lion fan, you just want them to be able to get those free throws to fall.
It's Timmons. Really going to matter. It's only a 4-point lead now, but that was the same problem in the previous matchup.
0 for 2. Timmons goes that time. She loses it. Hunter tries to get it back again. It's going to be a jump ball situation, and this time it should be Langston basketball. Again, Hunter playing the passing lanes, doing a complete and great job. 1:13 to go before the end of the first.
All right, it's good awareness to get the steal, and number 2 to stop on the dime when she lost her dribble to hop on it.
All right, getting our first time to see Alexandria Jefferson is checked in the game for her first action of the day. She was the team's leading scorer the last time these teams played. Jefferson, straight off the tank, walks into the game and fires one up. Lions down by 1, under a minute to go. Ball nearly stolen. Lions harassing. Jefferson covering Brown. Brown into the lane. The ball's going to be tapped away. Jefferson clapping her hands. She knows she had everything to do with that as the Lions are now starting to step up in the passing lane, starting to be more aggressive, and it's been a good thing to watch them do it.
Right, Maya Brown really felt that pressure and tried to speed it up, but that just put her in another trap.
Working the ball around into the lane, and they're going to call a traveling call that time against Tilani Banks in this case. 39 seconds to go. The Lions have a chance to take a lead in this game. The Lions have never led in this contest, and they have a chance to get one in this to end the first quarter. Palmer has it on the left. Dial to the corner to Jefferson. Back up to Palmer. Swing. Jefferson fires a three. It's deflected. Thomas was undercut underneath the goal. No one said anything, but on the back, put back a tip. Palmer gets in the lane, and the Lions have their first lead of the game, 20-19, extending full court pressure now. Nat Jones covering. 3 seconds on the clock. Ball's rolling around loose, is going to be stolen, and the Lions have climbed the mountain and got back on top after being slugged in the face early on. They have got off the mat and have responded and taken a lead at the end of the first by 20-19. Time for us to take a break. We'll be back in just a moment. You're listening to Langston Lion Basketball, brought to you today, of course, by LU Athletics, MJ Bail Bonds, Community Health Centers of Oklahoma, Blue Sky Bank, Guiding Right, and Tinker Federal Credit Union.
Comedy tour is back!
And this year, your man Mike Epps is headlining the show.
If you see a man getting beat in a relationship, 9 times out of 10, he's unemployed.
Plus, we got my man DC Young Fly.
Baby, if your man got your ticket up there, your number saved up on the scam like it.
Mojo Brooks.
Fellas, look at your lady. If she laughing, she know what I'm talking about. If she not laughing, you the reason why she got to take the Metro Chopper lot for dollars on.
Carlos Miller, Chico Bean, and it's hosted by Tony Roberts.
Coming to a city near you. Get tickets at bmnshows.com.
Welcome back. Gale's House on the campus of Langston University. Maurice Prince and Jamin Dawson on the call this afternoon. Glad that you're here with us. Hey, Jamin, your biggest reaction to the first quarter of action that we saw?
Just the way the Langston defense had responded. USAO came and kind of punched them in the mouth. They really took advantage of some fast break opportunities, but throughout the changes in the lineups, the Lady Lions have prevailed, stepped up the defensive intensity, got about 2 or 3 steals, and ending off the first quarter very strong with the lead.
Yeah, now you talk about it. Efficiency, the Drovers have definitely been there. Jefferson almost gets it. She does on the inbound on the start of the second quarter. The ball's knocked out of bounds, but Jefferson all over it, creating an opportunity. The Drovers were 8 of 9 shooting in the first. That's 88% from the floor. They were getting easy baskets and easy spacing, but the Lions have now started to gather themselves and get it. The Lions did have 19 shots in the first, but they found activity and action from their bench players coming in games, making impacts. Jefferson has come back, made steals, and given the team opportunity. Jefferson comes up with a rebound on that one. It's going to be a jump ball situation, and it looks like it might be Langston ball here. And it is. It's Langston ball. But in the first, Layla Curry, Jefferson, and Deasia Thomas all had a combined 10 points, 12 points of Langston's 20 that they have scored in the game. That tells you what kind of production Chris Vincent is getting from his team, and we have not even seen the starters make a lot of impact as of yet. But as on call, right there, Amaris Timmons gets her first basket of the game. 22-19, the Lions up by 3 now.
Beautiful ball movement, working it into the paint. USAO outscored them in the paint as well in that last matchup, so it's good to see Langston taking care of that.
All right. Timmons did not pay attention and allow, of course, Muthot to get behind her and get an easy basket on that one. Now the lead's cut down to 1. Right now, still remaining in zone defense right now. Looks like it's a 1-2-2 being played by the Drovers. In the lane, Jefferson drives. Timmons gets inside and scores another one. Created, of course, by Hunter, who has been able to eyeball the ball on defense, playing the passing lanes like an eagle with precision, and then finding her teammates. We've seen some unbelievable passes in the first part of this game by the Lions.
Right, she's getting into the flow of the game, and now she's making impact.
Devlaklu trying to work the ball, get the ball inside. We're going to call a blocking foul against Jefferson that time as Maya Brown was going baseline there. 24-21, 8:18 to go before the end of the first half of this game. But the Lions had to fight their way and claw their way back into this game. Substitution, Jefferson comes out And Janiah Tucker returns. On the floor for the Lions, Tucker, Hunter, Curry, Timmons, and Palmer. As Mathot misses the shot, rebound attempt by Brown, and she gets that one to fall, and the lead is cut down to 1.
It was a nice move, getting that rebound and spinning to get the close shot to go.
So for the Drovers, you've got Rollins, Mathot, Devlaku, Brown, and Banks on the floor for them. And on the other side, Hunter sees the three. She is the three and puts the Lions back up by 4, 27-23.
Yeah, that's USAO. They're trying to double.
Devlaku being covered by Hunter. Hunter loves the challenge of guarding a player with the skill set of Devlaku. Ball on the left. Trying to find some space to operate. Banks goes baseline, turns and fires. Nice job on the double team by Timmons, helping out our teammate Palmer, who comes away with it. Palmer into the lane, kicks it to the corner. Tucker swings it back to Hunter, back to Tucker. Tucker won't pass the three again, and she knocks another one down. And for Tucker, she's now starting to heat up. She's got 8, and now she is officially 2 of 4 from deep today.
Beautiful ball movement. That was a nice heads-up play by Hunter to swing it back to the left to Janiah Tucker for the 3.
Three-point answer on the other end. Jordan Rollins says she finds the distance to knock it down. Lead remains 4.
That's Rollins' second 3 of the game.
6:48 to go. 30-26 is the score. Hunter slowing it down for the Lions. Moves the ball to the right.
Drovers back in that 1-2-2 when they started the game.
Timmons inside. Muscles up another shot. Timmons with 6 in the game.
All 6 in the paint. Timmons cannot be stopped down low.
Devlaku looking for space. Hunter stepping out. Trying to find space to operate. The Lions are going to fight over the screen. Deflected by Layla Curry. Back into the hands. Going to throw it cross court to Devlaku. Devlaku sidestep. 3-point shot. And it's true for Devlaku.
Dangerous pass there, but getting Devlaku heated up for that 3. I believe that's her first 3 of the game.
It is. Devlaku now with 7 in the contest. 32-29 is the score right now. 5:56 to go before the end of the first half. 32-29. Bounce to the corner. Palmer into the lane. Stutter step. Scoop shot is pretty, and it's good for Palmer.
An adjustment that they've made is trying to get some pick and roll action in the start to break down that zone. It's been very effective thus far.
Steal by Palmer on the other end. Palmer has 4 in the game. Now she got a steal to add on to her list. Palmer looking around at the elbow. Bounce pass over to Tucker, back over to Hunter. 18 seconds on the shot clock, 5:21 to go. Hunter backs it up. Gets a screen to the corner. Layla Curry for 3. Can't get it to fall. Rebound pulled down that time
by Rollins.
Across the timeline now goes Brown. Lions remain in man-to-man defense. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Mathot has it. Timmons covering. Mathot turns, fires. Shot no good. Rebound tracked down by Tucker. Here come the Lions. Lead up to 5, trying to push it all the way up to 7. Firing it from the corner. Shot no good. Rebound by Curry. Kick it back out. Tucker from the left wing again. Tucker can't get it. 2 back-to-back 3 opportunities and nothing falling. And that time Curry, that one was kind of unnecessary.
Frustration foul, no doubt.
So it looks like we're going to have substitutions coming in the game. Returning the game for the Drovers is Shania Felton. Her 10 points returns to the game, or is there a timeout on the floor? So it looks like we have a timeout on the floor. We'll stay right here. It's a 30-second timeout. Just want to point this out, Jamin. You know, we've seen the Lions respond. We've seen them start knocking the ball down from deep. We've seen distance. We've seen a lot of 10 of their 29 points. And she was such a factor in that first quarter. Her ability to knock down the long ball, and then as soon as you stepped out on her, her ability to put the ball on the floor and then get everything back going again.
Right, she's certainly going to be a problem. And Langston just shies away from no physicality, so that could definitely be something to factor in throughout the course of this game, is our foul count.
Right, and I think
Steratore,
that's going to
Ryan
be an
Harris,
important
and
detail as we have to still continue to deal with that all game long, as it's something that, as we get back to live action, substitutions on the floor right now. Jermani Harris is on the floor, along to go with Nat Jones is back in the game with Tucker. And, of course, Alexandria Jefferson's on the floor right now. Jefferson covering in the corner, smothering defense with 11 seconds on the clock. And Tucker comes away with the steal. Tucker got going now, glides to the basket, could get that shot to fall right there. Rebound by Rollins, going to push it ahead. Down on the other end, trying to get the ball to Devlaku, stolen. Deflected by Jefferson, stolen by Harris. Here comes Tucker. Looks behind, goes with the left hand shot, no good. Rebound, shot off the glass, not able to pull it and get it to fall. There was De'Asia Thomas, and Thomas going to end up fouling on that play. 2 opportunities by Tucker. With blazing speed, she got to the basket, just was not able to get the shot to fall. But you love her energy and you love what she's bringing to the table.
All right, that was an action-packed couple of possessions. USAO tried to take advantage of that 3-on-2, but that was nice active defense there by Jefferson.
All right, going back to work. Jones covering Brown on the inbounds. That is Humphrey that's on the floor. Let me correct that. Jones covering. Devlaku now has it, being covered by Harris. Ball deflected by Nat Jones. Almost came away with it, and Harris does. Harris all alone gets the steal and the deal. And it is now 36-29, lead up to 7.
And you're kind of seeing some of the things that you said in pregame come to life. Going deeper into the lineup, Jamari Harris and Nat Jones, both active on defense with over 20-plus steals throughout the season.
36-29, 3:04 to go in the first half of this one. Almost stolen again by Tucker, but it was deflected. Jones comes up with it. She's going to lead it. 1-on-2, and nice job by Jones, hitting with the delay, kissing it off the glass for a nice basket on the play.
Yeah, nice job with the Euro. She felt the defense behind her, slowed it down a little bit.
The Lions are getting the Drovers to play with their tempo, and the Lions are taking full advantage of it. Felton in the lane, drove, faced contact against Thomas. Can't get that shot to fall this time. Controlled by Harris and the Lady Lions. Throws it up. Tucker across the timeline now. 2:24 to go. 38-29. Largest lead of the game, 9 points by the Lions right now.
Drover sitting in a 2-3 zone now.
2:13 to go. Jefferson says, I'll take the 3. Shot no good that time. Rebound pulled down by Banks. On the other end, Banks drives to the basket. She can't get it to fall. Rebound pulled down by Thomas.
Langston trying to slow it down a little bit in the last 2 minutes of this first half.
Across the timeline now goes Tucker. Tucker with a team-high 8 points for the Lions. And before things get started here, the officials are Jefferson. So Jefferson needed to be substituted out of the game. And so Chris Vincent is making changes to his lineup. Layla Curry comes back in. Tucker's going to take a seat for a moment. Jefferson takes a seat. And back in the game comes Ariana Hunter, along with Thomas, Curry, and Jones. Elbow jump shot's no good that time by Hunter. They're going to push the ball ahead, and Felton beats the Lion defense down the floor, hits him with a layup, and that's how she's been getting her money all night long, 38-31. The Lions have got to close that bank down. Hunter on the other end. Hunter just inside the three-point line, gets a 2-point basket to fall. Nice range by Hunter from the corner.
That left corner's really been a
Hunter
hot
with the
spot for
steal.
Langston.
Telegraphed it in the lane. Gets it back over. Harris pulls up with the midi, and it knocks down string music. The Lions are pushed to lead beyond 10 points now. 43-31, the lead is up to 12. Under a minute to go. Mathot looking, going to throw it back out and reset by Felton. Felton with a game high 12 points right now. Ball's going to be knocked out by Harris. And Felton's had to see so many different defenders. She's had to deal with Ariana Hunter. She's had to deal with Harris at times. And then you'll bring Jefferson out. All different styles of players. Going to work. Ball's going to be deflected out.
Runs right into a wall. Deasia Thomas,
And
nice
Felton,
job maintaining her position.
And Felton doesn't like the call. 2 seconds was on the shot clock, but the ball is deflected out.
Well, she's playing very aggressive, fishing for a foul there, but that's just great defense there by the Lady Lions.
Lions student section starting to get a little pumped right now. And rightfully they should. The Lions have played 2 different styles of games and have been very effective since the early wake-up call within the first 2.5, 3 minutes of this contest. It's been Langston making the Drovers play with them instead of the Lions reacting. Step back by Tucker. Can't get it to fall. Thomas battling. She's going to throw it in. Great save by Tucker. And that is the end of the first half. And it is 43-31. Been a tremendous game overall, the way this has turned out and played so far. We're officially now here at the MJ Bail Bonds halftime report. We're going to take a 5-minute break, and we'll be back to break down the first half numbers, talk about what the Lions need to continue to do, for they have been sensational in this contest. You're listening to Langston Lion Basketball, brought to you by Blue Sky Bank, MJ Bail Bonds, Community Health Centers of Oklahoma, Guiding Right, and Tinker Federal Credit Union.
Discover the culinary treasures of Black-owned restaurants with the new foodie edition of PPBC magazine. This special issue celebrates the remarkable talents of chefs and restaurateurs. Dive into one-of-a-kind recipes and inspiring stories that showcase the rich diversity and innovation within our community. Don't miss out on your copy. Available with the Black Chronicle newspaper or via email. Visit us at 1528 Northeast 23rd in Oklahoma City or call 405-424-4695. For more details, visit blackchronicle.com. Get your issue today and celebrate the flavors of our heritage. Of TBC Magazine. This special issue celebrates the remarkable talents of chefs and restaurateurs. Dive into one-of-a-kind recipes and inspiring stories that showcase the rich diversity and innovation within our community. Don't miss out on your copy. Available with the Black Chronicle newspaper or via email. Visit us at 1528 Northeast 23rd in Oklahoma City or call 405-424-4695. For more details, visit blackchronicle.com. Get your issue today and celebrate the flavors of our heritage.
Differently, they ended up shooting 5 of 11 in the second, 45%. They still remain perfect from deep. I mean, in the game, they're a perfect 5 for 5 from deep in this game. So the Lions are going to have to address that, and that's happening simply because Felton and DeBaclu are driving it down and then kicking it to wide open three-point shooters.
Right, and even Maya Brown, she's done a great job picking up the pace, pushing the pace for USAO, and finding some other shots on the court. But they've slowed down DeBaclu because she can really space out the floor and really score off the dribble anywhere. So they've kind of neutralized that as well and just forced USAO in some difficult situations.
Now, from the Lions' perspective, the second quarter they played better. They scored 20 points in the first, 22 in the second frame, and really got it done. They outscored USAO 22-12 in the second. The Lions shot 10 of 19, 52% from the floor overall, 2 of 8 from deep. The Lions in this game are shooting 31% in this contest, which has not been their strength, or the lead might be bigger or stronger in regards to that. With that being said, then it comes down to free throw lines. Can you believe that we just called a game, Jamin, that did not feature none but really 4 free throws? Lions went 1 for 4 in that game, and the Drovers never made it to the free throw line at all in this contest.
That's a rarity in any game that we've ever called, and you're looking at this team. They're a 71% free throw shooting team in USAO, 20 attempts per game, and to have 0 in the first half is definitely a testament to what Langston's been doing.
Now, in terms of how this game is really matching up right now, if you take a look at the standings overall, when we start talking about women's basketball, USAO is sitting in 4th in the Sooner Athletic Conference. They're sitting at 12-5 in conference play. Langston's atop the Sooner Athletic Conference at 14-2. 1 game ahead of Nelson, 2 games ahead of MACU, and 3 games basically ahead of USAO. They need this game in a major way, and I expect them to come out in the second half and try to get it. From the Lion perspective, things all changed when Ariana Hunter started taking the ball below the free throw line and was able to get players like Amaris Timmons going. She had 6 points, but she found easy baskets for Deasia Thomas. That opened it up, and then you allow the scoring force that Janiyah Tucker is to find some space to operate. You bring in and sprinkle a little bit of Alex Jefferson on the outside, and then you got the recipe for a team that can build up on a lead, and they've been very impressive in doing so.
Right, getting the backcourt active with Janiyah Tucker and Ariana Hunter is very essential to winning any game for the Lady Lions. Ariana Hunter, she has over 80 assists on the season, and you're finally seeing when she got comfortable in the game, she started to find her teammates getting some open shots, but then she found some shots for herself. And hidden dimension is to talk about Timmons. She's been manning down or womaning down the post. All 6 of her points have been down low, and there's really no answer that USAO has found.
Now, with that being said, you're talking about it. I'm sure Coach Jay Nehru from the Drovers will address his team's aggressive play in the paint. This is a team that gets to the free throw line and shoots about 20 free throws per game. They've got 0 in the department here. And neither has any team been in the bonus. Neither has any team been in any other circumstances other than just a shooting free throw, which the Langston Lions have done. The Drovers haven't been to the line at all. And I fully expect him to try and adjust that in many different ways. Now, it's time to address and talk about the right way to play. When we play the right way, everyone rises, because the right way isn't just about the rules of the game. It's about respect for the game and the culture it fosters. The NAIA takes the student part of student athletes seriously, balancing growth of the whole person with athletic achievement, because that's the right way to play on the field, in the classroom, and within the community. The NAIA, college athletics the way it was meant to be. We're going to pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Langston Lion Basketball. Thank everybody who's listening, of course, on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 down in Oklahoma today. And we're going to thank you for being a part of this and watching on PPBC TV. This guy right here, his name is Jamin Dawson. I'm Maurice Prince. Glad to be with you on this afternoon. Game 1 of 2. The second half of this game is set to start. And Chris Vincent's about to send his troops out as the Drover said, hey, we're ready to go. It's going to be interesting to see how the Lions come out of this. The first half of this game, the first 3 minutes, the starters had to be pulled. Chris Vincent was not happy with the effort, the energy, and then everything changed, Jamin, as the officials were not officially ready. And so we're going to reset that. Here we go. Ball in the hands of Maya Brown. She comes across, being covered by Tucker. Tucker, Palmer, along with Timmons, Curry, and Hunter on the floor right now. And the Lions coming in with the extension. What a great job by Tucker with the block. Hunter being harassed in the backcourt. And they're going to call carrying. How do you call carrying?
Close call there, but
okay, that's just okay. Listen, all right, because she was harassing, I don't see how that's just straight carrying, because the player never had true possession of the ball. You're trying to get possession of the ball. So for the Drovers, they were able to get that, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. But it was just rather interesting on that particular set of calls. All right, Rollins now has it, backing down, trying to get the ball to Devlaku. Curry comes away with the steal, and the Hunter has it. Hunter across the timeline, reset. See what the Drovers decide to do. Looks like they have resorted back to zone defense again, and the Lions carved it up in the first half. Ball back in the hands now, working the ball around the perimeter. Curry is fouled by Felton, shooting a three. 3 shots coming for the Lions.
Right, Felton got lucky there with that carrying, but we know how intense she can be on defense, and that time they call it, sending Curry to the free throw line.
Felton on the afternoon, she just picked up, I do believe, her second foul. So going to let that shot fall right there for Curry. Curry gets it. Curry now has 8 in the game. So nice job by Curry overall. Lions in the game shooting 47.4%. She knocks it down. The second one, she gets one more, which will complete the 3-point opportunity. Doing all the work. Curry lets it fly, 3 for 3, and that's what the Lions needed to get up to 50%, shooting right around 50% from the free throw line now. Working the ball around. Rollins backing down Curry. Mathot over to Devlaku. Devlaku on the left. Inside, stutter step, dribble into the lane. Breaks down the defense, wasn't able to get it. Palmer tried to pull it. Felton ends up. Now Palmer back with it. Throws it ahead.
Do we take advantage of the 3-on-1?
Curry inside. Scores it. Nice job by Curry on that. Showing a little bit of flavor on the inside. Ball back in the hands of Mathot, who dribbled it off her shoe. Palmer can't control it, and they're going to say it is going to be Langston ball. And the officials going to get it back to Hunter. 8:36 to go, and the third one-team foul called against the Drovers right now. 47-31 is the lead. 16-point advantage right now, and a 3-point shot from the left wing is no good. Going to throw it back in. Here comes Felton leading the team. Ball back in the hands of Rollins. Rollins tries to finish with the left hand shot, no good. Felton is going to be fouled that time by Timmons. And Felton's going to go to the free throw line. So Timmons gets her first team foul. So 2 shots coming for Felton right now. 8:09 to go. First free throws of the afternoon for the Drovers. She front rims that first one. The Drovers came into this game, I can't repeat it enough, Jamin, and they really came in and swung hard against the Lions early in the game. But once the Lions got up off the mat, it's just been a different type of game.
No doubt about it. I think really the biggest distinguishing factor is the composure. You can see it now with USAO in their play trying to fight from behind.
The Lions have definitely been composed, no doubt about it. Both teams with one foul apiece, 47-32. Felton went 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Ball up top, swinging it to the corner. Tucker from the right wing for 3, no good. Rebound by Curry. She puts it up and in. No challenge that time, and now Devlaku has the ball taken for her, and Tucker attacks the glass and scores.
Nice job
Well,
by
almost scores.
Tucker.
She's going to go to the free throw line shooting 2. Devlaku slow getting up.
Turnover.
So Maya Brown going to get called for the foul there.
Number 12, Janiyah Tucker.
So Tucker at the free throw line. Lions have pushed the lead. It's at 17 as it is now up to 18. Could be as much as 19, which is the largest margin of this game. Back rim, shot no good this time. And it looks like the foul is going to be called against Janiyah Tucker. Second team foul. Drover ball. Lead stands at 18. The Drovers looking for a basket. Felton comes across, sets the offense. Palmer with the steal. Palmer throws it ahead. It's going to be stolen by Mathot. And then it fouled in the back up by Curry. That was kind of crazy on that steal there by Palmer. She waited until Felton took her eye off where the defender was looking at the coach and tapped it away from her.
That's nice awareness, though, by Palmer.
Your eyes weren't on me, which means you don't know what I'm about to do. Tucker swings it over to Palmer. Curry fires a 3. Shot no good. Curry retrieves it. Nice job by Hunter selling out to get the ball. Then Hunter fires a 3 from the corner. Shot no good. Does not draw iron.
Good effort nonetheless.
Across the timeline goes Brown. Working the ball around the perimeter.
Lions and man defense.
Into the lane, tries to finish at the rim. Shot will not count, but a nice drive on the play there by Maya Brown. So it's going to be against Janiyah Tucker. So it is her first personal foul. So Nat Jones comes in and Deasia Thomas returns as well. And now Tucker's going to get a breather. So Jamari Harris is now in. 6:39 to go in the third. Brown taking her time. Spins it. Shot is up. No good that time. Rebound pulled down and controlled by the Lions. Back over to Hunter. Hunter across the timeline. To the corner, to the left corner. Back up to the left wing. Down to the box. Swing. Pass is almost deflected. Stolen. Devlaku ends up with it. Fires it ahead. Rollins underneath. Lets the flyby go down and gets the easy basket. Lead down to 14.
Nice job by Rollins getting that. Those are good rotations by the USAO defense lead to that turnover.
Hunter backs it up. Going to swing it over to Harris. Back over to Palmer. Palmer on the left. Down to the corner is Hunter. Hunter drives to the baseline. Shot off the glass. Will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 more.
That's strong arm there. Strong arm by Jordan Rollins.
So now Hunter going to the free throw line. She was there earlier, 1 of 2 at the free throw line. So now, Hunter at the line with Nat Jones, Deasia Thomas, Alexandria Jefferson, and Harris on the floor right now. Hunter misses the free throw. Free throw still not their friend. 5 of 10 on the day. She misses both. Rebound by Mathot. Across the timeline goes Devlaku. So the ball is knocked out. It will be Drover basketball. Substitutions coming in for the Lions. We have number 5 in the game. Danae Crosby is in the game. Has now checked in for some action. Jefferson. They're working the ball around the perimeter, trying to find a driving lane. Felton drives inside. Hits him with the old school Tim Hardaway around the back.
Nice job cradling the rock.
Cradling the rock to the rim. She'll go to the free throw line, where she was 1 of 2 on her last opportunity. Harris picks up a foul, team foul number 4. That one is sweet music that time for Felton. Will knock the lead officially down to 12 after that one.
I'd expect that to become a trend. Felton continuing to be aggressive on the offensive end. She's finding some life from the free throw line.
Ball on the left. Not Thomas, I'm sorry. That's Nat Jones who fires it up. That shot doesn't fall. Goes in and out of the rim. Devlaku across the timeline now, being picked up by Crosby. Inside. Mathot drives, fouled, and will go to the free throw line shooting 2. This is a different style of game. We've seen the Drovers this second half really trying to get more into a half-court set. Did not see a lot of that. So a timeout has been called. 30-second timeout, so we will just talk right here. TFCU, with branches across the state, access to 100 of co-op shared branch locations, extended phone service hours, and online for mobile account access. TFCU is available anytime that's convenient for you. Tinker Federal Credit Union. Maurice Prince, Jamin Dawson on the call this afternoon. 3:12 on your Saturday afternoon, and the Lions have been able to maintain the lead. But I tell you what, the Drovers are looking, Jamin, for any crease they can to get that lead back down under 10.
Right, quiet is kept. They're chopping wood right now, and the lead's only at 12. So if the free throw discrepancy continues to widen, it's going to be a problem for the Lady Lions.
Yes, so this game is different. Drovers had no first half free throw attempts. They've had 5 thus far in the second half of this one. You're saying, well, how many does Langston have in the second half of this game? Langston has been there 7 times. So that margin is changing a little bit. But USAO is going to have to get more opportunities at the free throw line if they have any intentions of really getting in and cutting down this lead.
Right, no doubt about it, Mo. And they've also shown some ability to knock down that 3 ball. So if they find some success within getting into those half-court sets and getting some offense set up, that could also be a dimension that could be a problem.
Yeah, right now they're shooting 100% from deep. They are a perfect 5 of 5. So that shot is knocked down right there. So that first free throw will not count because who's ever in control of the tunes did not stop it for the free throw.
Anything possible to get that missed free throw. They let it slide, they let it slide.
If it's the home team, they probably would. Mathot at the first free throw attempt, she wasn't able to get that one to fall. She's going to get one more. Steady dribble. Second one, nice soft touch off the glass, and it falls. So the lead is now down to 11. On the floor, coming out of the timeout, three-quarter court trap being employed. The Lions break it. Tucker is back in the game, so Tucker, Curry. That is Ariana Hunter, Jefferson, and also back into the game, getting her first action of the day, is Autumn Simon. Shot in the corner by Tucker, can't get it to fall. Rebound by Felton, she pushes it. Felton got all the way back. Maya Brown, elbow jump shot, no good. Rebound controlled by Hunter. She pushes it. Reach in, could have been called against Felton, it was not.
Nice
Tucker
job.
on the other end, and Tucker drives and scores. Count it for Tucker. Tucker cutting to the basket. Hunter saw her as she was cutting to the basket as Hunter was driving toward the baseline. Beautiful pass, and Tucker with a nice reverse at the rim.
Starting to see that chemistry from that backcourt. We talked about how important that was, the two leading scorers for this team. Really picking it up here.
52-39 is the score now. One shot coming from Tucker. Trying to get it to 53, and that shot does not fall. One of the most painful numbers today against the Lions is that 5 of 11 from the free throw line, 45%. Devlaku being covered by Hunter, 3:54 to go. Inside, Devlaku was bumped by Curry. Curry was trying to draw action, was not able to. This time Curry does not keep her feet set. And driving around up top, number 21, Jordan Rollins is going to go to the free throw line shooting 2. Team foul number 5 against the Lions. And right now the Lions are, again, right now USAO has been more intentional about driving the ball inside.
They have, and they've got to be heads up, the Lady Lions, on defense, because Jordan Rollins, she usually would pop that 3 if she had any kind of space, but she knows they need to be aggressive, and she elected to go strong for the free throws. She misses both.
Rollins goes 0 for 2. 3:41 to go. Across the timeline goes Hunter. Hunter swings it to the left wing. Back up top. Hunter in the lane. Over to Tucker. And Tucker's going to get called for steps.
And called a travel there on that step back. Just trying to create some more space.
So 52-39 is what the score remains. So Hunter comes out. Deasia Thomas comes in. Ball trying to get it down low to Rollins. Maya Brown trying to put it on the string. Was not able to connect. Lion ball.
Lady Lions in that 2-3 zone. USAO just finding some trouble trying to break it.
Hunter with a slow, steady dribble across the timeline. The Drovers falling back. Now looks like to be in a 1-2-2, or it could be man-to-man. No, it's a 1-2-2. Shot to the left wing, no good. Rebound, put back, good.
Layla
Put
Curry
another.
doing all the dirty work, setting the screen there and getting back down low.
Layla Curry with the game high now 16 points. So Tucker picks up her second foul, team foul number 6.
Trying to stay in front of Maya Brown.
To the free throw line now goes Maya Brown. 54-39, 2:42 to go. She gets that one to fall. So USAO is officially 5 of 9 from the free throw line. Front rims that one. So the players are walking to the other end. All right, Tucker at the free throw. Lions up by 14. The energy in this game certainly has changed, Jamin. It was more frantic in the first. Now it's more free throws. Both teams, no one had more than 3 personal fouls in the first half. This one, we've already started off with 5 in the game as Tucker knocks down the free throw. Tucker officially has now 7 points.
Yeah, Langston's really been in control this entire second half, but still trying to slow it down a little bit and let that pace be advantageous.
1 of 2, she goes at the free throw line now. Working the ball around the perimeter. 2:23 to go. Felton on the left. Dives down, nearly stripped. And they're going to call traveling the call as Layla Curry disrupted that play all the way.
Layla Curry's really been active, as you mentioned, leading scorer, but she's doing a lot of the dirty work. It's not just in the scoring column.
No, and she's able to get that, and her confidence is continuing to grow. And how much she can stretch the floor as Palmer now has it. Up fake by DeAsia. Inside. Can't get it to fall that time. Murdoch comes away, or Mathot comes away with the rebound. Ball in the hands of Felton, over to Mathot. Down to Banks. Banks can't get the shot to fall. Felton gets the rebound and puts it back in.
Nice put back there by Felton, getting the rebound, slowing it down. Crafty layup to go.
56-42, 1:39 to go. And there is a timeout on the floor. So it is a timeout called right now. And we'll take a break as well. Actually, no, we won't. We're going to stay right here. So, Dr. Gary Anderson, a special thank you to you for your continued support of Langston Athletics. Dr. Anderson has been providing professional orthopedic care for over 40 years in Oklahoma City. Dr. Anderson is the official sports doctor of Langston Athletics. Now, beside the pace of play and the foul count, Jamin, the energy, the end of the first half, USAO, Langston had them playing their pace. Second half has turned more of a grit and grind game. If we really want to look at it from the standpoint that Langston's outscored them 14-11, so that's just one basket, so it's not a whole lot of separation. But it's unique to me from the standpoint of how difficult it has been just to see positive offense from this Langston team.
Right, and they really fell in love with that 3-ball. They're 5 of 23 now when you look at the grand scope of the game. A lot of those were open shots they found late in the first quarter, early in the second, but they're getting kind of comfortable with it, and they've really been taking advantage of those paint points. They're shooting about 44% from the field, but they really had a glaring advantage of scoring in the paint. You want to see them continue to move the ball how they did early on with them slowing down the pace a little bit.
No doubt. That's just something that just absolutely has to be done. And you just got to get back to executing. But, again, they want to slow it down and they're focused on their half court. Again, I'm telling you, Coach Jay Nehru from the Drovers took one look at no free throw attempts, and he says that's got to change.
Yeah, with 20 attempts per game, as we mentioned in the pregame and at the half, they've got to find a way to meet their average.
Inside shot by Timmons is no good.
Good position by Rollins in the rebound.
And contact. Going to be a foul in the backcourt. I think it's going to be called against Tucker.
Shoulder check there, no doubt.
So it's her third team foul. So now, Felton at the free throw line. Front rims that one. All right. Second shot is no good.
Tried to get a lead on that rebound there. As soon as she let it go, she knew that was off.
All right, full court pressure or three-quarter court pressure being applied. Going to throw the ball over as Nat Jones is in the game. Inside, Jermani Harris. Kiss off the glass and score.
Nice touch there, getting it high off the glass by Harris.
She's got 6 in the game. Ball inside by Devlaku. Dives down, split 2 Langston defenders, shot no good. Rebound pulled down by the Lions. Ball in the hands now of Hunter, and that shot's going to be blocked. I think Devlaku got a hand on it. Bounce pass over. Running the floor. Shot no good. Palmer with the rebound. Working the ball around. Going to swing it to Harris. Harris wasn't paying attention. 20 seconds on the game clock. Shot clock will be turned off. This likely is the final possession of the third.
All right, definitely got to be heads up, though, by Harris there. Doing a good job. Instant impact coming in, but that was a lot of pressure there on Hunter. She's trying to swing it.
Ball's
picked away by Palmer.
Nice job by Palmer coming away with the steal. The Lions said they'll take the last shot. 9 seconds, 6 seconds. Ball deflected. Felton fires it, and she didn't realize how much time she had left. And on the other end, will that basket count?
Could be close, but
it's
I
going to be
surprised
close
if it does.
I think that shot by Tilani Banks will be good. And it is. 44-58. Time for us to take a break to get to the fourth. You're listening to Langston Lion Basketball, brought to you by MJ Bail Bonds, Community Health Centers of Oklahoma, Blue Sky Bank, and Guiding Right. Time to start the fourth. Maurice Prince and Jamin Dawson. The Lions shot in that third. 5 of 15, 33%. 0 for 7 for deep. The Lions are shooting a 21% from the three in this game. 7 of 14, 50%. What's helping them is in the third quarter, the Drovers did get to the free throw line, but they only shot 5 of 12 on their own, 41%. So not a lot of difference or a lot of shifting of points, just a lot of movement. The Lions will still go into the fourth with a double-digit lead and just now need to play the final 10 minutes of this one. Jamin, with poise and control, what do they need to do to finish this off?
Poise and control and find inside shots. As you mentioned, 0 of 7 from deep. You got to find it inside.
Shot from deep by Hunter. Can't get it to fall. Tucker tries to get the rebound. Put back opportunity is no good. Devlaku behind the back dribble in open court. On the other end, drive and score as the tempo starting to pick up right there by Talani Banks, who gets a 2. And the lead is down to 12, 9:28 to go. They've got to pay attention.
Right, fourth quarter, and USAO is really locking in. They smell blood, only a 12-point lead.
18 seconds on the shot clock. Down to the corner. Again, deep three-point shot attempt by the Lions is no good there. So Palmer with the 3. And
need someone to inbound.
So the Lions
lost her shoe there.
Lions are giving Ariana Hunter an opportunity to pick up her lost equipment. Ball back in the hands of Tucker. Tucker with a quick first step to the limb. Shot no good. Rebound. Here come the Drovers. Swing back up top. Rollins now has it. Over to the right wing. 8:54 to go. Looking for space. Spin move inside. Nice drive shot, no good. Rebound pulled down by Palmer. Lions have gone several minutes here without a basket right now. Been scoreless the last 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Ball back in the hands. Down to the corner. Turn and fire is Hunter. Midi is no good. Devlaku with the rebound. Here come the Drovers. Devlaku again. Behind the back dribble. Kicks it over. Banks inside. Offensive foul going to be called against Banks as she tried to pierce against Hunter. They say Hunter beat her to the spot.
Yeah, nice heads-up job as she's moving, getting those feet set quickly.
So now substitutions coming in. Tucker, Deasia Thomas, Ariana Hunter, Layla Curry, and now Alexandria Jefferson is all in the game right now. Alex trying to make some things happen. Ball to elbow by Curry. Curry puts it down. Thomas faded away a little bit too far on that jump shot. Shot no good. Felton's going to fire it. Intercepted by Hunter. She's going to press it. 2-on-2. Breaking it down inside. Layla Curry finishes at the rim. But that was made possible by another beautiful dime drop by Hunter.
Yep.
Hunter with 7 assists in the game.
That back door's open. They feel her closing in 2-on-1. She's finding her teammates.
Devlaku with a nice step jump shot on Hunter that time. Hunter drives inside, kicks it back out to Tucker. Tucker with the Euro shot no good. Rebound by Felton. Felton fires it ahead. Devlaku. Jefferson tried to chase her down and to the basket, and that time Devlaku is fouled and will go to the free throw line.
A lot of theatrics there by Devlaku, but Jefferson not giving her the easy bucket, no indication of it either.
Devlaku has been asking all afternoon, what do I have to do to get a call today? It's been, I mean, she has really played hard. 60-48, it is a 12-point margin. 7:22 to go. Now she's going to the free throw line. Devlaku hasn't been to the free throw line today. This is her first opportunity right now. She knocks that one down. And again, the best way to carve the lead is while the clock is not moving. Both teams with 1 foul apiece. 7:22 left to go in this game.
All right, laced the first one. I wouldn't be surprised if she gets the second one. She's been asking for this trip to the free throw line all game.
Nice job by Devlaku, who gets that shot to fall. It is a 10-point margin. Full court pressure being unleashed by the Lady Drovers. Curry to inbound it. Gets in the hands of Palmer. Palmer breaks the press. Felton trying to track her down.
Nice job getting in there.
Pass to Thomas. Inside to Curry, who was rolling to the basket on a nice pass by Thomas. Now she goes back to the free throw line.
Yeah, beautiful pass and smart move to quickly get up in that shot.
Layla Curry coming off the bench, team high, game high, 18 points. Back to the free throw line where she has been 3 for 3. Okay, that's the broadcaster's jinx. She misses the first one.
Had to come at some time, Mo.
No, everybody listening is gonna, now I'm gonna get extra comments. As she goes and knocks that one down, 1 of 2. Lead back up to 11. Felton across the timeline being picked up by Tucker.
USAO certainly been dictating the pace here in the fourth quarter.
Working the ball around outside. Ball around the perimeter. Stolen. Ball knocked loose. Tucker ended up with it. What a beautiful pass inside to Thomas. How did she get that? That was a magician. She kissed it off the glass and got it to fall. Stolen by Tucker. Tucker on the other end.
Got to stay awake by USAO. Nice job. Heads up plays by Tucker.
The Lions with the burst. Now with the runner, and they're going to call offensive foul against Tucker. But I'm going to go back to that last shot before. Beautiful lob ahead pass. Deasia caught it in midair and had to find a way to kiss it off the glass, and somehow, some way, as she's floating out of bounds, gets it up there and gets it to fall. Deasia Thomas in the game has 4, but a tremendous job. Janiyah Tucker just picked up her 4th foul, by the way. And she likely is going to take a breather right now, and she is, as Alexandria Jefferson has returned. So Palmer, Jefferson, Curry, and Thomas are on the floor right now. On the floor for the Drovers right now. You've got Banks, Mathot, Devlaku as Mathot turns and fires. Also Rollins and Brown on the floor for them right now. Lead is 13. Lions just picked up their third foul.
A good controlled move there by Mathot. So Aisha Thomas has her third foul.
So foul trouble has not been an issue. In fact, in this game, the Drovers have only committed 10. The Lions have committed 15, and only 2 players are in foul trouble as Mathot misses the first of the free throw opportunity she has right now. 6:16 left to go in the game. She gets that one, gets the shooter's roll. 63-51, full court pressure. Curry breaks the press, swings it over to Jefferson. Jefferson on the left, back up top to Hunter, and the Lions pause. Brown stepping out, trying to force Hunter to go. Up fake by Palmer, inside to Thomas. Thomas turns, fires on that turnaround jumper, just a little short. Ball ahead to Devlaku on the right wing. Devlaku in the lane, throwback. Rollins, 3 from the left wing and knocks it down.
Wide open Jordan Rollins really got that in rhythm.
And for the first time in a long time, the lead is effectively now under 10, down to 9 right here. We're going to stay right here. What's going on? Since 1905, Blue Sky Bank has been dedicated to living, working, and growing with our customers and community. Be a part of it by opening any checking account today and receive a free gift. Ask for details. Visit online at bluesky.bank or call 1-833-712-4700. Blue Sky Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Maurice Prince, Jamin Dawson on the call. And what the Drovers needed, Jamin, somehow, some way, was to get some offense going, and they've been able to generate some and start carving into that lead, and they finally got it down underneath 10. It's going to be about smart, heady basketball and knocking down free throws down the stretch for the Lions.
No doubt about it. They had the lead so much of this game, we didn't think it would come down to it, but we knew it was possible if USAO could continue to chop wood and then get rhythm threes like that from Rollins.
And Rollins' shot was wide open. Rollins in this game today, she has been 3 for 3 from the three-point line. She becomes the third Drover in double digits. You got Felton with 17, Devlaku and Rollins both with 11 each. And you're talking about Mathot on this game itself has 9 rebounds, 6 points, and Maya Brown with 5 points in the game. For the Lions, the starters are doing work, but the high flyer and game high still remains as Layla Curry. And to me, you got to find a way to get her the ball. As Ariana Hunter breaks the press, just splits the double team, hits the rocket fuel and finds space. So the Lions are trying to do 2 things, put points on the board and take probably another 5 to 10 seconds off every possession against the Drovers. Thomas up fakes into the lane. Thomas finishes inside, shot no good. Rebound by Devlaku, back tap to Hunter. To the corner to Thomas, back to Hunter on the left. Left wing, she starts to dribble to the top, looking for the screen by Curry. Swing over to Palmer. Palmer, wide open 3-point shot, and that shot is true for Palmer.
Just enough time to line it up.
Palmer's first 3-point shot of the day. She's now up to 7 points in the game, and more importantly, it extends the lead back to double digits, under 5 to play. Ball on the right wing. Shot is true again as Rollins. A perfect 4 for 4 in this game. She continues to heat up as in the terms of itself, she's a 38% three-point shooter on the season. As on the other side, Felton is going to score the shot against Jefferson on the other end. And now the lead went from right back to 12. Now it's down to 6 with an opportunity to get cut down to 5. And how are the Drovers doing it? You miss, I make. You miss, I knock down a 3. Chipping it away, and immediately Chris Vincent returns Tucker back to the floor.
Right. Tucker was picking up some fouls, and Jefferson's been playing some good defense, but there that time, that was good heads-up play by Felton, scoring off 2 feet.
And it's going to be a lane violation this time on that particular play there by Felton. So not real sure. Going to work right now. Working the ball around. Bounce pass inside to Thomas. Up top to Palmer, who just knocked down a three. Up fake. Tucker thought about the three. Into the lane. Zone defense being played by the Drovers. Side rim on that shot. Nice hustle by Layla Curry, creating an extra possession. In the lane. Ball knocked loose, and it will remain Langston ball. 6-point advantage right there. And the officials are conversing here. .402 to go. Not sure what this conversation's about. We know it's Lion ball. So is it about the shot clock? I guess it is something about the shot clock. So they're going to adjust the shot clock now. It's talking at the scorer's table. Seeing if here they're trying to get that exchanged.
I mean, timing is everything right now with the lead continuing to get minimized here. Just over 4 minutes left in the game.
And we're not set to play, but it looks like they're set to adjust it, and now they're talking here back with the officials. This is one of those unofficial official meetings, trying to make sure we have an understanding of what it is. And they're saying we're set to play now. So they're going to keep 25 seconds on the shot clock. Inbound play to Tucker. Easy money. She comes in, catches the quick lob, and puts the 2 on the board. Working the ball around. Down inside, Mathot. Curry battling. Score 66-59 now. Working the ball around to the left wing. Inside spin move by Felton. Turn and fire off the glass. Nice rebound by Palmer. She's fouled on the rebound attempt. Team foul number 4, 3:35 to go. Time becoming a factor against the Drovers, and the Lions doing a good job of maintaining poise. Deasia Thomas comes out. Amaris Timmons comes in. The foul situation 4-3. Drovers have 4, the Lions have 3. Layla Curry swing it back over to Hunter. Hunter breaking down the defense. Ball try to get knocked out of her hands. Hunter just keeps the dribble. Reset, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Inside to Palmer. Could have been a kick ball. It's not. Maya Brown dribbles around Hunter. Throws it ahead to Felton. Felton to the glass and scores.
All right, got to be aware of that heads-up pass, trying to get the entry pass to go, and USAO is stepping up their intensity on defense.
Felton knocked it in, so now Tucker's going to step out. Full court pressure being applied. Lions down by 7. Lions up by 7. Working the ball around. Curry has it in the backcourt. And that time, Mathot going to get called for over the back against Hunter. Team foul number 4, I do believe. So it's the 4th personal foul against Mathot.
You're on the money, Mo. 4th team foul.
Hunter trying to cover against Felton right now. Bounce pass over to Tucker, who's on the right wing. Inside pass to Timmons. Timmons turns and fires. Is going to get fouled and go to the free throw line. Timmons had been 0 for 2 at the free throw line. Team foul number 5. So
at this point in the game,
Timmons.
the free throws mean everything.
Yeah, free throws are only free if you make them. If not, they cost you. You talked about it in that last game. The Lions really shot poorly from the free throw line overall. If I can go back and look at it, they shot 38% that last game. Timmons goes 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Ball back in the hands of Felton. Lead up to 8. Felton fires a deep 3. Shot no good. Rebound by Mathot. who scores it. 69-63 remains a 6-point margin right here. 30-second timeout. We're going to stay right here.
And the entire defense really got to stay locked in there. Let Mathot get the offensive rebound and just turns it around and puts it up. Now the lead's only at 6.
Yeah, it's a 6-point advantage, and now you're starting to look at who's in foul trouble. So for the Lions, you've got Janiah Tucker with 4. She's got 15 points in the game. You kind of want to keep her in the game as long as you can for spacing and that she's electric and at any given time can power you some easy points. On the other side of the ball, you have Mathot and Felton both with 4 points. And Felton has 21 on the night. She is the game high and leading scorer for the Drovers this afternoon. And she's been the one who's been able to get her shot from deep, from inside, but she's able to create for her teammates. So that's an important factor as we're back to live action. Palmer, as the Drovers extend pressure. Back court, turnover. Palmer threw the ball cross court at half court. And let's see here what Chris Vincent decides to do.
Unfortunate to see that turnover there. Seen a lot of good passes here by Langston in the second half.
So back to work. Maya Brown has it. Tucker, Curry, Thomas, Hunter, and Palmer. Inside goes Felton. Felton looking for the foul, did not get it. 69-63. On the other end, Hunter with 22 seconds on the shot clock. More importantly, less than 2 minutes to go as of now on the game clock.
And now they've got Devlaku on Hunter.
Curry looking for space, gets it over to Hunter. Hunter to Tucker. Tucker fires, shot no good. And this time, Curry takes a spill. So Curry's going to get called for the foul there. She gets up slow. She hit the floor at a crazy angle. I see an ice bath coming for Curry.
No doubt about it, and some packs as soon as this game is over.
69-63, team foul number 4. But Curry has been outstanding for the Lions. Ball in the hands now of Devlaku. 69-63, 1:42 to go. Across the timeline goes Devlaku. Ball on the right wing. Pass back to Devlaku. Devlaku tries to get it inside to Rollins. Rollins banging against Jones. Stolen by Tucker with a burst of speed. Hits the Jets, and the ball's going to be blocked by Mathot. Mathot really tracked that ball really well. That was a nice block by her. But what speed and athleticism by Tucker.
Right, and you're seeing the starters from both of these teams just rise to the occasion. Still a minute 23 left, but still so much time for ties to turn.
So a full timeout has been called. We'll take one here as well. You're listening to Langston Lion Basketball, brought to you by Blue Sky Bank, MJ Bail Bonds, Community Health Centers of Oklahoma, and Guiding Right. We'll be right back on the other side as well, because this is station identification. You're listening to OKC Sports Radio 105.3. .123 left to go in this contest. The Lions up by 6. Hunter to inbound it. She gets it into Tucker, and Tucker with the quick, easy money play. So here's the setup for those who are listening on the radio. Tucker is standing right there about between the free throw line and the three-point line, right at the top of right there about the elbow. as soon as they clip the ball, she's rolling to the basket and will be in midair and tries to catch the ball and tries to catch it and score off of it, and is usually able to do so.
She's done a nice job elevating both times, like you mentioned. The first time, it was an easy bucket to go, but this time gets to the free throw line. So they're finding success with that inbound play.
No doubt, 1:22 to go. Overall, a great job. Shot is up. No good that time. Across the timeline goes Felton. Felton swings it out. Rollins for three. Back rim shot, no good. Rebound pulled down by Palmer. This time they're trying to swing it. Ball back in the hands now. Running it around. Ball knocked loose, and this time the ball's going to roll out of bounds. But are they going to call a foul on Felton there?
I think they do.
And if it is Felton, she's going to get called, and that might be the final. It is her 5th personal foul, so Felton is done for the day. She knocks the ball loose from Hunter, but then grabs on to Hunter, so Hunter can't get the ball back.
They've gone out with just over a minute left. What a game by Felton.
So Felton will leave the game today with 21 points and 7 rebounds. At the free throw line is Hunter. She's got 7 points, 9 assists, and 5 rebounds in this game.
Giving you a taste of it all.
And she goes 2 for 2 at the free throw line, pushes the lead back to 8. 63 seconds to go. Maya Brown. Got to see if someone else can be the creator that Felton has been.
All right, you got to watch for Devlaku.
Devlaku gets it back over to Rollins, who missed her first three-pointer of the entire game in the 4th here. Working the ball around. Banks backing down to Palmer. Banks scores. 42.6 seconds to go. Full court pressure coming. And a timeout being called by Chris Vincent. A full timeout has been called on the floor with 42.2 seconds to go. We're going to take a timeout here as well. We'll be right back. You're listening to Langston Lion Basketball, brought to you by MJ Bail Bonds, Community Health Centers of Oklahoma, Guiding Right, and Tinker Federal Credit Union. And we're getting set to come back with 42.2 seconds to go. The Drovers need points. They're down by 6. The Lions have the ball, trying to close it out, trying to remain in first place in the Sooner Athletic Conference and get a big-time win. Backcourt, ball in the hands now of Tucker. One player has fouled out. Tucker has 4 in terms of personal fouls in this game. She's got to be careful. But right now, being harassed by Rollins, 15 seconds. And right now, the Drovers allowing a lot of time off the clock. And from the corner,
I think she stepped out of bounds.
She stepped out of bounds. Did Jones. And it's so easy to do. When you have that ball and you're in that corner, you want to just naturally kick that foot back. But you got to keep your feet planted and usually just catch and let it fly.
Right, not an easy shot whatsoever, but that was a nice job working the ball into the paint and getting the extra pass because that was a wide open 3.
Timeout has been called here. So it is, the door is open. So it is a 2-possession game. Now, here's your thoughts. What's your thoughts here? You're talking about less than 25 seconds left in this game. You need a basket. So in this case, if you're the Drovers, aren't you taking the first shot available, or are you trying to hit a 3 particularly now?
You almost have to. You don't want to have to depend on Devlaku to hit a 3, but they've done some nice work with Tialani Banks working herself into the paint. You still have Maya Brown available, but you definitely want to get a quick shot in the paint early because you don't want to have to rely on a 3-pointer. Get it as quick as possible. You're right.
No, so to me, the time is not your friend. It's an extra defender for Langston, so it's the first shot you can get. But you know that if you want to keep it a 2-possession game and you know you're down 6 and it's 20.9 seconds to go, then you've got, before things get started here, they're going to blow the play dead. Something was not right at the scorer's table here. The officials weren't ready to set for live action here. Okay, so back in the hands of Maya Brown, 20 seconds to go. The Drovers, as the Lions are crowding the line, going to throw it to the right wing. 13 seconds. Now they got to fire one up by Banks. And Banks, is she fouled or is it fouled underneath? Team foul number 5, fouled underneath the goal. It's Langston ball, 9 seconds. So now they're going to foul on any inbound play here. And right now, Hunter breaks it, 6 seconds, and that should finish off game number 1. And the Lions stay undefeated at home, improve to 9-0 at home. The winning streak now grows to 13 games on the season as the Lions win 71-65. What a job, what a game by the Langston Lion team that responded. But what an adjustment by Chris Jones to look at what his team was struggling at early on. They weren't playing in the right fashion. They didn't have the right intensity. They didn't have the right energy. And so what does he do? He brings in an entire second unit. And it allowed the team to settle in and get going here. Layla Curry, off the bench, led the team with 19 points in the game. 19.6 rebounds and 2 assists. Janiah Tucker, 15 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals, and a block in the game. Ariana Hunter had some beautiful passes in the game. 9 assists, 8 points, 5 rebounds in the contest to go along with her 2 steals. Alyssa Palmer, 7 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 4 steals in the game. And, of course, Amaris Timmons, 7 points and a rebound and a block in the contest. And not to be overlooked, Jermani Harris, 6 points and 3 rebounds off the bench. And Deasia Thomas with 4 points and 2 rebounds in the game overall. So if you had to talk about it overall, Jamin, who is your player of the game?
I'm going to give it to Layla Curry because she was active simply on offense and defense, led the team in scoring, but she made some tough screens out there, getting offensive rebounds. But I don't want to diminish anything that all these players did, because what Coach Chris Vincent said heading up to the game is all the players had to step up, and that's what all of them did. You talk about Janiah Tucker pouring in her 15 points and even reaching down deep into the lineup. Jamari Harris and Nat Jones playing strong defense, getting steals. So, I mean, every point and every play mattered here tonight.
All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll be gone for about 15 minutes. So we're going to release you back at OKC Sports Radio 105.3. We'll be back here for the start and get you set for the men's game here in about 15 minutes. On the other side, you've been listening to Langston Lion Basketball, brought to you by Blue Sky Bank, Community Health Centers of Oklahoma, and Guiding Right, as the Langston Lions are victorious 71-65, improved to 21-2 overall, 15-3 in conference, and more importantly, 9-0 at home. He's Jamin Dawson. I'm Maurice Prince. We'll talk to you guys in just a little bit. This has been Langston Lion Basketball.